What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel and happy freaking new year. I realize that I'm filming this on January 25th, so I'm very late to the party, but this is my first sit down video of the new year, so I'm pretty stoked about it. Also, I'm pretty stoked about the wallpaper behind me. Just this past weekend, my mom came to visit me, hang out, and help me put the wallpaper up. It was very difficult. I got it from Etsy and I didn't realize that it was water activated. It was just a lot more work to have to dip it in water and squeegee it, and needed 2 sets of hands for the job. What's the point of this video? I really just wanted to casually sit down with you guys and answer some questions that you had for me, as well as just kind of catch up. My favorite way to get questions from you guys is by using the Instagram story feature. So if you would like to participate in my next Q&A, then you can follow my Instagram at ClaudiaSulewski. My Twitter is the same thing. I'll have everything linked down below. How do you balance a loving relationship and taking time for yourself? I believe that these two things have to be cared for and met on the same level because they both kind of affect each other. I am doing my best in this category. When I'm hanging out with Phineas, I am like never worried about anything that has to do with like my personal career or personal health or personal well-being, because I'm just so present and consumed with his face and mind. So in order for me to make sure that I'm taking care of myself and giving myself time is when I have days where I'm just by myself doing my thing. I don't mess around. I make sure that I have a to-do list and I get things done that I need to get done. But if you're in a relationship where your partner doesn't notice or recognize you needing time for yourself to work on yourself, that is definitely something that you have to communicate and say, in order for me to not feel stressed out and to be present with you and have a good attitude when we're hanging out, all that stuff, I need to get these things done and these requirements need to be met in order for me to be the best version of myself with you. If they have any issues with that, then they're just a butthole. Skincare favorites, I have one. Let me go get it. So the purpose of the Cabo trip that I recently took with Fresh was in celebration of their new face cream. I'm not being paid or asked to say this. I'm just genuinely blown away and so obsessed with this product. So it's a nighttime cream, and every time I use it before bed, I wake up with glowing, perfect, just clear skin. It smells like creamy peaches, and the texture is one that I have never experienced before. What are your plans for 2019? I think something that really stood out to me as I reflected was that last year sort of felt like I was constantly waiting. And I was definitely very busy. I traveled a lot. I worked on a lot of cool things. At the same time, I still felt kind of like a sitting duck and not really knowing how to take initiative on different things that interest me. I didn't really get to work on a lot of things that fulfilled me, if that makes sense. So I think this year I really want to remind myself that no ask is too big, and if there's something you want, you need to go out and get it and ask for it and make those changes and start that process by yourself, because no one is gonna want something as bad as you do. And yeah, 2018, I just feel like I was just trying to kind of please everyone and do a good job and get that golden star, and I just don't care about doing that anymore. I want to realign my priorities. I honestly don't have time to work out. Schoolwork and it's nighttime. Any tips? When you've got super jam-packed, busy days, it's very hard to throw a workout in because you have to shower and do all these things and go to the gym. My best tip is finding ways throughout the day to do little things. I do squats all the time throughout the day. I'll just quickly do 20 squats. Doesn't even matter if I'm like not in workout clothes, because it's just 20 squats. You're not gonna sweat. Making sure that you're taking the stairs instead of an elevator or escalator. If you're watching YouTube videos like right now, instead of sitting, you can get up and stretch or do random little workouts like leg lifts. This is gonna sound really strange, but on airplanes, anytime I go to the bathroom on an airplane, I will do 20 squats in the bathroom because I don't want to do it in the hallway, like in the aisle, you know? That's embarrassing. I always think about how you're barely walking or standing on airplanes. There are ways to weave activity throughout your schedule. Guys are intimidated by me for being independent and kept me off being in a relationship. I'm 21, I need advice. It is the least attractive thing. Do not step back for anyone or limit yourself to level with some guy that's into you. I find that insecurity in a relationship like that, where it feels almost competitive or this weird sort of like jealousy thing, it's never healthy. It's always rooted through insecurity, and it will definitely lead in so many issues. I have had relationships like that. Do not feel insecure or like you're doing something wrong if guys feel that way about you. That is not what you want in a relationship. You want someone that is like a teammate. What is your favorite book at the moment? moment, I will grab it. I just recently finished the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. I had this book for a while, but it's very short. It's like 100 pages, so you get through it pretty quickly, but there are a lot of little quotes and different chunks of advice that I loved from this book and I highlighted, but it just kind of goes through 7 different laws that'll help you to live a successful life, which means just a happy, abundant life. It's a really, really good kind of quick read that reminds you of a lot of great principles to live your life by. This is a sweet one. What did you like the most about Phineas? I could make an entire video about all the things that I love and admire about that boy. The first thing that I noticed and admired was how he carries himself. Just interesting people that are interested. That's the best thing you could get from like a friend, partner, anyone in your life, someone that answers your questions in more than just one word and asks questions in return. That was one of the first things that I immediately caught on, was that he was really, really good at showing that he cares about what you're saying and is processing, and has always made me feel like we are equal, you know, in a conversation. I mean, if we're gonna talk about work ethic and how talented he is and all, I could, like, you guys, I'm not kidding, I could make an entire video about it. Biggest lesson learned in 2018. Kind of said this in the beginning of the video, but if you want something to happen for yourself, you need to go out and do it. And you need to plan out the steps and figure out what you need to do to get there, because no one else is gonna do it for you. Show us your favorite picture of you and Lucas together. Why do I feel like I screenshotted this knowing, oh yes, oh I know. This is my favorite photo of Lucas and I. There is so much blood in his mouth, and the big mystery is that none of us know why. I also would 1000% remember if he had blood in his mouth, but I don't remember ever being like, yo, you have blood in your mouth, you should go check it out. This photo was taken on a disposable and we were shocked, needless to say, when this photo showed up. What's the next country you're planning to visit? I don't know. I want to go to Australia this year. That is the goal. And I think that'll happen, which is exciting. That'd be a lot of fun. How is your acting career and your dreams involving this topic? Love you so much. Bye. Love you too. Acting is 1000% something that I want to prioritize and focus more on this year. And I've started doing that. I've got a coach. We do scene work. We work on auditions together, and we have like an audition class where we're put on camera. And so I'm seeing what I'm doing in front of the camera and what works, what doesn't work, and learning so much, and it's so fulfilling and so fun. Through just that alone, I have been learning so much and meeting so many new people and figuring out what I need to do in order to just make sure that this is like my #1. While last year it was knocked so far down the list, even though I took my auditions very seriously. But this year is definitely focusing on the different steps that I need to take and different things that I just need to prioritize. That's so much of where my creativity just wants to go, and what I love doing. I love it so freaking much. Favorite comfort food? Recently, I have been on such a vegan Thai food kick. We've got some really good places out here in LA, and I think it's Pad CU, obviously Pad Thai. What's something you want to aspire or work towards creating? I mean, this year is all about creating things that I am down for and want to try out, and we're doing it already. Do you ever have to do long distance? If so, how do you get through it? Yes, I've been in a long distance relationship. Phineas tours, so that's a thing. I love calling and I love FaceTiming, and I think those are the most important, is getting that FaceTime and just calling and talking to each other at least before you go to bed, so that you can just kind of recap on your day. Do you live up to the stereotypes of your astrological sign? I know a lot of people that are just to a T aligned with their sign. I am personally on the cusp of Pisces and Aquarius. For those of you who believe in it, do you think that I fit the characteristics of a Pisces / a little bit of an Aquarius? I don't know. Let me know. How many times has someone told you that you look like Billy? Too much. I get it in my Instagram comments all the time. We have discussed this, and it's the teeth a little bit. I see it with like the nose. It's funny, but just so strange, because I'm no. How did you learn to do adult things like taxes and such? Never learned this in school. You kind of learn as it just gets dumped in your lap, and you're like, okay, now I have to pay bills and do these things. You learn by having to deal with it. That is what I've learned in life. How to start things up with someone, approaching them, boys, girls, anything. Finding things to relate to makes conversation super easy. Depending on where you are, commenting about something or noticing something that they're wearing, or just finding commonality helps to get comfortable with someone new in your life. So doing that, eye contact, and just authentically listening and engaging in conversation. How have you continued to make creative content when other YouTubers have burnt out? Well, it would not be fair to say that I am like the most creative or best YouTuber or have never experienced a burnout, because I experience burnouts so often. I just think that I am not as like maybe dramatic with them. I don't give myself a schedule. It's very obvious that I will sometimes go weeks without uploading, and then I drop some like really cool fun travel video, whatever, and just kind of taking the videos one by one, because at this point in my YouTube career, I'm not concerned with like reaching some huge number or trying to be the most watched YouTuber, or really even focusing on like trends that get you more views and stuff, because the things that I care about are like the fun creative editing that I do and the videos like this where I'm just connecting with you guys and exchanging information, because you guys teach me so much and I feel like I also have things to offer to you guys, whether it's informational or emotional or advice, anything like that. That's like where my focus is. Definitely not perfect though, for sure. Not saying that in any way. Do you feel like at this moment of your life you're going through a closure or a new beginning? I sort of feel like you have to experience both in order for one of them to happen. I more so feel like I am going through a new beginning. That's what it feels more like. This video is so long. I'm excited to read your guys' comments because I miss you guys. Let's talk, let's converse. I appreciate you guys so much, and I'm so excited for 2019. It just feels so good. Everyone that I'm talking to about 2019 just also feels so good about this year. I only hope and wish that you guys feel the same way. I am just so grateful to have you guys in my life. It's the coolest thing ever. It is. I'm not forcing you guys to watch this stuff. You're choosing to do that with your own time, and for that, I thank you. Thank you for your time. I love you guys so much, and I will see you for a new video very soon.